uh, session of September 17th. Then the check detail of September 2025. He did not approve any policies this time. And then the library closings and holidays, the reports of the standing committees of the whole. But then also we have a resolution to recognize the National Friends of the Library Week, and what a monumental thing that is, the 20th. My goodness, thank you. And so that being said, before we can properly thank our wonderful friends here, we need to approve our.
I make a motion that the consent agenda be approved as presented.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Ayes have it, it is passed as presented.
Well, just to say thank you for all that you do. We have a resolution signed by the board here for the Friends of the Library. Just the role that you play in the life of the library, the dedicated work that you all do, all the book donations that occur, the advocate for a strong, healthy, well-funded library, the renovation project, and just the way you all strengthen the committee. So we passed this resolution. Now therefore be it resolved that the Waukegan Public Library on October 15th officially recognizes the important work of the Friends during National Friends of the Library Week, and encourages residents to extend their thanks for the invaluable contributions they make to our library and their community.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
To be here and update us on the Oktoberfest and, book sale and everything.
My pleasure.
Oh,
Thank you.
yes, thank you.
I'd like a quick photo.
Oh, that's
I'd
wonderful.
actually like to do a group photo, if
Is
that's
it- yeah,
okay.
with-
Board
with-
trustee members would like to be in the photo. You can hide in the back if you don't want. But if you just get it.
Okay.
Where are we standing?
Right in the, right there, we're corrected. Anyone would like to join the picture, Tiffany, Amy, or is it also on side? Come on, Tiffany. Gosh, not then you-
You'll get your plastic, are you gonna take
I already
pictures?
put my back.
Let's go.
Handful. I know.
Piece of work.
That's it, looks like.
No,
You won't.
Rob, if you wanna go on the other side. Can we hold our resolution? Yes. Style.
Lips are popping.
I'm just checking. No, you all, you've been everybody. Yes.
Oh.
Right here. Big smile. 1, 2, 3. Stay Bob. Stay friends. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you guys very, very much.
All right, well, thank you, everyone. Now we'll move on to the executive director's report.
Thank you. As part of my report, our website redesign committee is going to do a presentation and review of the new website. That is really the big accomplishment for this quarter. I also wanted to spotlight that we do have a youth build intern, and they just started on Monday, and they'll be with us for 3 weeks helping out Edward and learning some tools of the trade. And we also, I thought included a really nice picture of the GED class graduates and just wanted to thank those, oh, you know what, that's the digital
Yeah.
equity picture, not the GED
Yeah.
graduates. But a lot of accomplishments for our adult learners, people who are part of the digital equity program and then the GED citizenship classes that with our community partners and with our adult services staff. So, if there aren't any other questions, we will, do our presentation. All right, everybody's out there already. Okay, line up.
Oh, I can get the lights.
Is it right here?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, nice. So our longer function, what we were focusing on was the previous website was over 10 years old. It had been designed in 2015, so it was really out of date. It was showing its age. It was showing difficulty with functionality, accessibility, this sort of thing. Actually, accessibility was one of our key features, which was nice because it also let us focus on making it clean, making it sleek, easier to use. Some of the features you can see with this, like our navigation bar at the top here, we went through, a lot of our focus was cleaning up these categories. After 10 years of feature drift, you can imagine a lot of what was there, some of them weren't working at all. Some of them just no longer made sense. So we focused a lot on going through that. And let's see, just above that, so you've got rid of some redundant categories. Above that, you can see one of our features that I particularly like is the select language. And no one has gone through and translated these manually. This is a Google interface, but it also means it's flexible. Nobody has to maintain it, so you can pick literally any language, any of the listed languages. It's quick. Let's see. We did that demonstration goes right back to English. Okay. In the same header up here, you can see today's hours, obviously. If you click on that, shows not only the main library hours, but location. Scroll down a little, you can see for the branch. And back on the main page, luckily we don't have any right now, but if we have an emergency closing, if we have an announcement, there will be a prominent banner at the top. I believe it's red, isn't it?
We have 3 different colors.
3 different colors, that's right, okay.
We have teal, yellow, and red.
Okay. So depending on the severity. Different closings, let's hope we don't have another flood, but if that happens, you know, you have that pop up, of course. So our hero image right here in the middle. These are easy to change out, but we change them about every quarter or so, depending on what we can talk Jennifer into doing. So lovely pictures on the one side, and you have a lead in for a more in-depth feature of, you know, what are we talking about? Well, here's the brief overview. You can go to learn more, and it'll go and give you a single page in depth on like the new youth area. Without cluttering up the main page, it just gives you a little bit of a teaser, a little bit of a lead in. Catalog right in the middle, of course. You can also search directly into the CCS catalog or go to search our website itself. Below that, nice clean icons, consistent. Again, nice accessibility. Spotlight feature. This is a more accessible carousel. You see on other web pages where it's just cycling through. This is actually a little bit more accessible. It still cycles as you click it, instead of just automatically going. And if you hover over, you could, well, if you have the accessibility feature turned on, you get a little bit more like, it'll actually show you the accessibility text for an image. So let's see. And of course, the book list is, love our book list. These are pretty easy to put together. We can generate them ahead. We can generate all kinds, as many book lists as we want. They're nice and easy to maintain, and of course, again, you can scroll through. And different ones.
Now, do you guys create these book lists or are they, okay,
We create these
okay, thank you.
and went through, I am still in the process of writing up how-to guide. So it'll cover, it does cover things like how to do a spotlight image, how to do a book list.
Okay, that's good.
So
Thank you.
you're welcome, and that's pretty much my part.
Hi, everyone. I'm here to talk about our borrow section of the website. So using our drop down, we have 3 amazing categories: library cards, books and beyond, download and stream. So we'll start with the most obvious, we're a library. So how to get your library card. So we have 2 pages, one on how to get a library card and another one on how to use your library card. So we'll talk about eligibility, what you need to get a card, how to get started. We have a great FAQ section. You know, a lot of these people who are on our website, easy to read, all questions that you could have about Waukegan Public Library are here for all our residents to view. We also included a nice feature. It'll take you directly to this map. And if you put your address in, it'll show you what county you belong to. So what is your home library? We have a lot of people who come from Park City, Warren, Libertyville, and sometimes they're like, oh, I don't know. You put their address in and it tells you who your library is. Forgot yours. Another one is use your card. So it talks about checking out, how long you get items for, what are our limits, placing holds, and what CCS is. They'll connect you to the CCS webpage, which will show you all 32 libraries that are part of our system that you could check out more. And more. Next, we have Books and Beyond. This just goes over our collection. So what items do we physically have? Our library of things. It talks about the book collection, audio, CDs, DVDs, all of that is listed there. A great one I'll show you is our library of things. It's our latest collection added here at the library. And the beautiful thing about this link, I'm about to click so you can all see, it takes you directly to our catalog. And it actually has the items from the library of things already listed here below. So you don't need to go looking through, you can actually see everything that's in the collection. It's a really great feature to have. Next in Borrow, we also have our museum passes. So we have a page that now has all the information on both museum passes. Here at the library, we have 2. We have the Museum Adventure Pass, and then we have Explore More Illinois. Occasionally, Senator Adrian Johnson does, you know, rotate different libraries. A museum pass, when that comes, they'll be added to this webpage. We also have suggested purchase, which is really nice. It's an online form now. You fill out the form and it goes directly to the staff member who, you know, gets these and will be like, this is a great purchase. We should have this here.
Was that for the circulation too?
And the last one is download and stream. It's just a great breakdown of what the audiobooks we have. It also has our ebooks located, and all of these links are awesome links, take you directly to if you want to download the app, or takes you to more information about the app. And then the last one is movie, TV, and video. So Hoopla and Cricut. And that's everything about Borrow. Next up is Amy.
I'm gonna take you through our services that we have developed. So the next section on the mega menu has 3 subsections, just like Borrow, by audience, spaces, and other services. So by audience takes you through the services that are for each age group. So there's information about adult programs, tutoring. You can click on the calendar, which will take you to an abridged version of our events calendar that's funneled out just for programs for adults. Our tutor interest form to be a tutor or a tutee. Collections, information about study rooms, meeting room, makerspace, telehealth, and those all link out to the pages we'll go through as they come up organically in the website, but they're all just sublinked to the other pages in the website. Information about job kiosks, the Seed Library, a little bit of information about our microfilm, which will be touched upon again in the local history section, and then again, it just echoes back to museum passes, e-resources, and print fact scan copies. So depending on how people access the information, they kind of get it in a variety of ways. The next subsection is kids and family. A really nice picture of our new youth department, call outs on our major learning initiatives, Thousands of for Kindergarten and our Welcome Baby Bags. Again, links to other pages, museum passes, specific resources just for kids, which is again a truncated list of just the resources that are for kids. More information about the ELC, comfort zone, again, information about study rooms, and a little bit of a blurb about our discovery notes. Teens and tweens have their own page too, which calls out specific collections for teens and tweens. Again, the program calendar would then go to the page that just has the programming for teens. A volunteer form, which is again a form that's embedded into the website. More information and specific e-resources that would be applicable to teens. Information about the makerspace, study rooms, comfort zone, and again, the discovery notes. So you can see there's repetition because someone's probably gonna look at this based on their age group or their desires to know more about what's given for a specific age group. And a lot of our stuff is for everybody. So there's that repetition there. This is a page just for parents and teachers. It has information about how to get a teacher card, information to fill out a live form for booking field trips, for booking outreach visits out to your school or organization, another form for classroom book loans, a form for school art displays at the library, and then information for parents that have a little bit more information, again, about what we offer for parents. The next section of the services is the spaces, which gives the specific information, a lot of what you saw on the age group pages, but that's what it's linking to. So the meeting room page gives information and overview, some information from the meeting room policy, and then a nice button here, which then directly links out to booking a room for an outside organization. The study room page is very similar. A nice clear button here, which would go out to Communico, which is how you would book a study room, information about how you book a study room, and just some different information about the different study rooms that are available. I really like the spaces because it specifically calls out the different areas of the library, and then it's a great way to like sublink in between. More information about the makerspace, so if someone was coming to use it, they could anticipate the types of equipment here, how to use it. We will be adding in a form if someone wants to be able to 3D print. We're not quite ready to do kind of like a release by a form, but that's something that's coming soon. Here's some information about the ELC with more information about each of our different sections. I love this page because there's so many pictures of the ELC, so this page is very bright and cheerful. Other great picture is the sensory room page. I think that's just a beautiful picture of our lovely comfort zone. More information about the types of equipment, things, guidelines, and again, how to make a reservation because you can book the sensory room just as you do another space. Same as the telehealth, a nice picture of our Higbee station and our telehealth booth, our surveys that you can take for community feedback, and then more information about booking these spaces. Accessibility is just a call out of the different types of accessibility features we have at the library, from our tubs, parking, the different kinds of access, our wheelchair and walker, how to ask her for event accommodations, information about the study room, and then information about the breastfeeding area. The other services are just those basic things that people always need to do at the library. So how you would use a computer, this is just kind of goes over and reiterates, anyone can use a computer, you just come to the computer and come to the library and use it. And I like the pictures because if someone was a little bit nervous to come, then it shows a picture of what they're gonna anticipate when they come to the library. Print, fax, scan, and copy page gives all of that information about those services that people always are here needing to use. So it just gives a really good overview. Same thing for home delivery, kind of explains how to get home delivery, what you need. Mobile services is another one of the pages with a form to schedule an outreach visit. Really great pictures of Jennifer's children. Not in the middle. I see like a little nepotism happening. They're adorable though, so that's great.
Great post.
Information about our notary services, the type of documents we can and cannot notarize here at the library. A little bit of information about citizenship and some of our partner organizations. So again, this is more like a bibliography or pathfinder page that gives information out to the community. Same thing for tax forms, although it's a lot more basic, it's just how to get forms, and then we will anticipate editing this. When tax forms are available at the library, we'll put like a notice that's like these forms are available at the library during this time of the year and which forms we have. And then the same thing goes for voting. Right now, it's really general information. We can add to that page or put information when we do have people registering voters here at the library. All right, now Jennifer is going to talk about events. Hi, everyone. It's me again. I'll keep mine really short and simple. I'm here to talk about events. Under events, we have upcoming events, which features the program calendar. Takes you directly to all the programs that are happening today, this month, next month, and beyond. Our next upcoming event under here, you might see things for Hispanic Heritage Month, Black History Month, Pride, Juneteenth, our Kris Kringle Market, that's up and coming next. And then our newsletter, we do offer always a year's worth of newsletters. That are PDFs that you can download, view. And then our last one is really easy, it's signing up for the e-news. So you just put your first name, last name, email, would you like to subscribe? Yes, no, and that's it. Then you get our e-news every month, which I know a lot of you, well, actually all of you are subscribed, so you all receive it. And then the last item I am gonna show, it's all the way at the bottom, stay connected. All our social media platforms are here. So we have TikTok. In case you have or do not have TikTok, we're active on TikTok. Feel free to follow us. Also has Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And then right here at the bottom, usually it moves, but when you hover over it stops. But it's a good click to make sure we get more people to subscribe for our news. Thank you.
I'm back. I have the longest section, but I'm gonna go, learn is a really neat subsection. These are all of the kind of ways you can learn at the library, and also gives a lot of information about our 24/7 library, which are our databases. This is a really unique and different kind of look to a page because it's a list of all of our databases. They all link out. So I'll just do one quick example. This links out to the Ancestry page. So these are all of our external databases. If you are viewing these from home, you would be prompted to put your library card information in. And they can be filtered in different ways by the type of database or by the audience, which is sort of how we got to some of those other pages. Genealogy is a quick set of information. Again, some of the databases that are good for genealogy, and then information about how to use our microfilm machine and the types of information available, and some local organizations. Local history is again in that same vein with some information about how to get local history information. And research projects gives a little bit of information. It links out to the online resources and a little bit of information about how to write a bibliography, to conduct research, and the ways in which a library can help you with your information request.
Work in business are some of those linked out pages that kind of give a pathfinder to other organizations that are either national or in the area. These are for businesses starting or operating a business, and then digital resources and a call out for Job Now, which is a really great database with a lot of career and job information. It's one of our most robust databases. Job search kind of goes with that too. There's a call out to our job kiosk that we have through the Lake County Job Center and some more information about computers and training. Community resources are information. This is basically like a list of crisis hotlines, government resources, and different kinds of resources that are in the local area that people can have information about. Those are links that we check regularly to make sure they're up to date. Same thing for our citizenship partners that provide information about citizenship courses and how to obtain citizenship.
Okay. I'm gonna ask. So our about page, we have, just that big overview of the library, its governance, its history, and our partner organizations. So, and these can also be built out as we develop reports for the board, things about the strategic plan, we will insert all those. So we do have some rudimentary things now. I got to play around with the accordions thing, which was really fun. So this is a way that we can kind of have the main topics and not take up a whole big scrolling page. So we have that throughout here. So we have the strategic plan, and we will put in quarterly reports as they happen. And then we have the past plan, and you can get to that as well. The library history and awards goes through, we took the history page that we had at the library on the previous site and tried to build it out and research some more information. And we can also build this out with more pictures and slide shows. So you have the early years all the way through the 2015 renovation, and then the current renovation, and then just a list of the awards and recognition that the library has received. And so again, we're gonna build that out with more pictures, and we can link to things too within the Historical Society. Similarly for our public art, we really wanted to feature the great ways we were giving a platform to local artists, and some of the things again that are new and in the past. We have the sculpture garden and a lot of those photos, and then our the Bradbury statue that the foundation and the board worked on and the community worked on, as well as the current mural. So you can have these all open and scroll, or just collapse them as you're looking through them. Contact us is just a general page. So this is an online form, and it does get sent out along with all of our contact information of the different managers and leadership team. And we have definitely received some already. It might be some local person who's written a book and wants us to know. It might be somebody asking a question about a partnership or a question about services. So we have gotten some contacts already. Similarly, the Library Foundation, an overview of how to join, donate, and spotlights on some of our annual events and recent projects. So this is where we can, again, thank our sponsors and people that have attended our galas, and also have that portal to, if people want to donate, then they can visit the foundation's PayPal site and donate. As we build that out too, we can add things in like donating a book in memorial, or other ways that the public individually can do other things to donate to the library. And then similarly for our friends who are present, we have to add more pictures as well. But an overview of the friends, again, their history, their ongoing book sales, but again, we can also spotlight and highlight when special events are coming up, their concerts, their donation guidelines of what they will accept or not, and then their membership form. If you wanted to be a member, then you can print that out and bring that in to pay your membership fee. Governance for the trustees, I still have a couple of outstanding people, and if you don't wanna have a bio, that's okay, but people that do have bios, they pop up just like that, which is a really neat feature, so they're all the trustees, and then these pop out links to other parts of the page. We have the meetings and agendas, and again, we can build this out as we go, or if we wanna do historically, we can have layered pages so we can see the minutes from 2024. And as we move into 2026, we'll build out that page, so we'll have some layered pages. The policies are just very straightforward. They're all right there. They will bring up a PDF. We tested this out also with accessibility standards, and this can get read to somebody who is looking at the policies. What's the last thing? Almost last. Public information and FOIA requests. So these things are required to be posted, and it overviews library governance, how somebody our staffing information, org chart, benefits coverage, and then how somebody might fill out an information request and what kinds of parameters we might have for copying or any associated costs, all within those legal parameters. And then we have a page for our bids and requests for proposal. These are historical, and then when we have something current, we will put that up. I don't know if anybody touched on the footer also, other than the social media, but we do have some quick links, and that can get built out too. If we know everybody's always coming to the site to see how to get a card or wants a quick link to the events, those are there in the footer. So I did want to particularly thank and congratulate the staff, because it's been a long process and we've had people involved throughout. So we had a committee who put together the RFP and who vetted those and scored them and interviewed. So Dawn and Sam and Esmeralda, in addition to all of us here, as well as Claire and Vanessa and Sam. Whoa. And Io, worked on really putting the final touches, to this. And we are all have been trained and are learning more about the CMS, so we can build out and be very organized and strategic in building in our picture portfolio and all of those things. So we have that in the media library, so it's easy to grab and update things like the hero image, because those things will change out quarterly, as well as, I'm sure, in the spotlight, and the book list will be more regularly updated. So thank you, everybody. It's really sleek and vibrant and a great improvement, and it draws more people to the library and to create more awareness.
Is it set up so every time someone does look up information, then we have a tick for that person?
Oh, yeah, we have all the
I mean,
Google Analytics portfolio.
500 people came and looked at our.
Oh, yeah, we've been doing statistics even with the previous website, so we can even do that kind of
Got an
comparison.
increase in 4 reviews.
Yes.
Wow. And we're almost at 5 stars on Google. Excellent.
Is there, I know, in the 90s and 2000s, there used to be a site directory. where you could just go and look at all what leads to where.
Like a site map.
Site map, site
Yeah.
directory, is that on here? I'm just curious, I think that would be good to add even, I think it would be good to add eventually.
I think we can do that in health. I don't think we've had.
Yeah, we can both, no.
If we
Looks
notice
good.
have any like feedback or anything, who would be the best person to contact? Or like a type.
Me and I, but,
Or
yeah, no, any of us, yeah.
Cause I think when, I mean, I grew up. Clicking on program calendar, it's not working.
No.
All right, let's see.
But yeah, it's not, I don't know if it's, I mean, I'm on the patron Wi-Fi,
What browser are you using?
I'm on
That.
Chrome,
And I'm on Opera.
and it just pops up,
not-
this site can't be reached. So I mean, that would be like a major one, I had just a tiny other options, but I mean, this is what is popping up.
Okay, that happened when we first launched and even within the library, it took kind of going to it and logging out if you had Windows open, other windows open in Chrome. It wouldn't find it. If you closed off Chrome and opened it, it
Mhm.
did. So, yeah, Isaac can investigate all of that and just,
No, events, that's a third price.
That's what I go to.
And yeah, some of them
Thank you for using it. I use it for Jack for.
Yeah, I
more than
clicked on
a decade.
another browser and it's still,
okay.
I'm still getting that, the same,
I've used
Thing.
Safari, yeah.
yeah. Oh, no, are you maybe on the staff? I don't know if there's any difference.
It should.
Yeah.
But yes, please.
It's a third party site back here.
Is there another plan along the line if we can connect somehow with the historical society as well? For
Well,
the genealogy part,
There's links to.
Yeah, there are links
to
to
the
that.
historical society?
Yeah, within all the community connections. Yes, and if there is.
Yeah.
Anything.
It would be super cool, just the other small comment would be for the language, if Spanish could be easier, cause that list is so long, I can't imagine if I was trying to do it in Spanish and looked through like 500 other languages. Just cause that's the main.
We
language.
talked about that, and we had some selected and that to rise to the top, and then it wasn't easy to add the scrolling for all the rest of the languages.
Mhm.
So we can double check on that, if that's an extra button that we have somewhere
Mhm.
that links to the Google Translate, we can find
Oh,
out.
you still have the old version.
I have the old version. I'm on the current son.
I don't know, but you have the short version.
And I think we
Yeah.
can take all of that offline.
All right. I'm serious.
We'll be done.
Wow, thank you. Wow, that's very impressive. Yeah, that's great for all your hard work.
Thank you.
Welcome, thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right,
All right,
moving on to the new business with Michelle of the actual to budget report for September 2025.
Anybody have a question?
That's good. Wow. And then, at our last committee of the whole meeting, we discussed, sending library staff to an out-of-state conference for the Public Library Association and then keeping with state statutes, needing to authorize a specific amount of funding for that trip. And so I believe we had discussed, $3,000 as sort of being the upper, end of that, so.
I make a motion that we approve attendance of the PLA conference for staff not to exceed 3,000.
Second.
Thank you. Okay, I'll go down the list. Steve?
Yes.
Myself, yes. Yolanda?
Yes.
John's not here. Brett?
Yes.
Vicky?
Yes.
Renitris?
Uh,
Okay. It passes.
wait, I don't think you voted.
Oh, I did not.
Yes.
Becky, what do you vote?
I vote yes.
Okay, cool. I was skipping the last vacant thing and I just was like, ooh.
Okay, and then, go to the order of president's report, yeah, I mean, just looking at the library statistics this month, I mean, you all worked the staff worked extremely hard on the National Library Card Sign-up Month in September. It was clear that the dividends paid off, that, it's very impressive to see, how frequently the public is accessing the resources here. I mean, really, it's clear the importance of the computer lab, of how that is really taking off, in the Wi-Fi sessions, really impressive. So thank you for your diligent efforts. And I went up and specifically Jennifer to pass on thanks as well. The social media has been so fun as of late, so active, and I, was very appreciative of that. And, and then, the library has received a recognition from the Secretary of State for, John and then the library staff's work in the, renovation of the Youth and Teen Services, department. So as the state, the Secretary of State provided a grant for that. And so, if you want after the meeting to take a look at this, it's a really quite a beautiful little presentation, I thought, and I enjoy this bottom part. Illinois is a better place because of its libraries, which serve as sources of knowledge and growth for people of all ages, which, and sort of on my last point of the president's report, is sort of connected to that, how quickly the library has responded to the changing situation in Lake County and all the different current events that are happening, and just the wonderful ways that the library staff are serving the community during a ambiguous time. So, and then, do we have any updates from our council?
I'm at a disadvantage walking in and pretending to be Carl tonight, as you know, Bob Long, but he was under the weather. He called me late this morning and said, asked me to cover this meeting for him since he couldn't be here. And he didn't give me any information to pass along to you, so I have nothing to report.
All right. No news is good news, I suppose, as far as the laws involved.
Generally, people are happier if they don't have to talk to me.
All right, and we have a moment set aside for any trustee comments and items that may be on your mind as trustees.
Jennifer left, but I would thank her for setting up a bookmobile visit to Toss 'em Up Wrestling facility on 409 Lewis. So I'm gonna be there. And if anybody else would like to come casually without making it a meeting, I guess, please come, because I'm working with the owner of the facility. His name is Coach Noble, Derek Noble, to expand their love of literacy and learning and get them some tutoring help. And I knew the first step in making those connections would be at least letting them know what the library has that could help them if they don't want direct tutoring services. So that's on the 8th of November at $1,300, 1 p.m. Yes, if not, I'll see you by. And again, looking forward to space night. Hopefully at all moves kind of. You will. Oh, man.
Did you say the place again, the organization?
Toss 'em up. So it's EM, Toss 'em up. Yeah.
I went to the band book
the American Library Association's Banned Book Week, they had a number of different seminars about different topics. I was telling Amy about some of them that I went to, and one that I thought was particular was librarians from around the country. And many of them were from states where the states have passed laws to make it easier to challenge and ban books. And they spent a lot of time talking about the circulation processes versus the book challenge processes. And who has more say over what gets challenged? Bottom line is, I hope, and I don't know when we talk about this or, you know, if we can add this to the agenda, I hope we don't have any loopholes. There are several libraries that have, so I could go through our site and suggest a book for us to purchase and put in circulation. And because those processes are separate, someone else could come and challenge that. And then me as a citizen or patron desires will be overridden by somebody else's. And I don't think that's right. Because I think, you know, I said in one of the meetings, there's several that say parents have more rights than regular patrons that don't have children. I don't think that's right either. Some of these libraries actually have legislation that they're trying to adhere to, so they're writing the processes around that. So glad we live in Illinois that we don't have that. But I guess, I don't know what you're,
Oh, I can definitely, our collection development policy outlines all of those, professional standards we have when looking at a book review or developing the collection, so that we have, books for all ages, all interests, all reading levels. We're looking for quality, popularity. There are all of those parameters. And then within that policy is a reconsideration process. And really, in several decades in working in libraries, I have had this situation happen a couple of times. Granted, other libraries do have big community attacks on libraries. But generally speaking, if somebody has a question about a book, sometimes that's just a conversation where you talk with the person, say, we do have something for everybody, and that's the beauty. Anybody can come in and choose. You don't have to choose that, and you don't have to choose that for your child. If it ever rises above that, there's a formal challenge. That process has that book be reviewed by our collection management manager, Amy or myself, and then we would give there would be a recommendation, which is extremely unlikely ever to be that a book would be removed or recatalogued. So then we go to that patron or the person in challenge fit and said, we're gonna keep this book, and this is why, and these are the book reviews, and this is how much it's been checked out, and this is why it's important. And then if they wanted to bring it further, they'd come to a board meeting. So there are all of those steps, but I would equally say, back to that letter, and Secretary of State, Janulius, who's the state librarian, also during that time, and some of that upheaval over the last few years with book challenges, and these things happen in every state. The state of Illinois has a law that we are certifying as part of our grant process. We have to certify every year that we have a policy in place that affirms the American Library Association's Bill of Rights, and that says we will not, for partisan or political purposes, arbitrarily remove anything, and we make that pledge.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out, earlier this week or last week, I don't remember now. I emailed Tiffany, asking about just overall the library's response and, with what's happening in the community. it'll be interesting to see, interesting and sad to see what the statistics are like for October. For, the patrons, coming out. I was here today and I thought the children's area was a little quieter than usual. I just wondered, and I can follow up with an email as well, but I wondered if many grocery stores are doing, like, really pushing, hey, we do grocery delivery. I didn't know if there'd been, like, if we could put something on the website or put it more out on social media that, will totally increase the mobile services, just to bring books to people since so many people are afraid of leaving their homes right now.
Yes, we can absolutely do that, and my response to Rebecca is a lot of this has that feeling of what happened during COVID too, and so we see that downturn, what is keeping people away, and then how do we meet that, and how do we ramp up some of those services, whether it's getting things to school deliveries, other mobile services, special visits to other partner organizations or clubs or things where people also feel safe or we're a public building. Things can happen here maybe in a different way that could happen at some of those other locations. So we will look at promoting more of the delivery and the other kinds of mobile service visits.
Yeah, even like the curbside, maybe temporarily do curbside again. But yeah, everything else, it's great to see the website and. Yeah, lots of really exciting things happening, and I guess it was, when I was downstairs today, I just thought how sad it was, we just opened and, there's just not as many kids as there should be. So.
I think to follow up to Rebecca, one of you should probably join the Lake County Community Foundation's funders calls. And they're every other Wednesday, because on the last one, they had the community organizations present and talking about what they're seeing and then what their plans are to better serve their clientele and how people can partner together to do that.
What's that class?
And that it's the Lake County Community Foundation's funders call.
They invite us to a different group.
And they've started another group that is.
Rapid response.
Yes.
Yeah, oh,
So we're
that. Yeah, I was like, there's another one too. Yeah.
And Courtney does a good
Yeah.
job of bringing people together for that, so. Any nonprofit or funder can participate in those calls, so I think that's great. And then also congratulations to the Friends, thank you for being a vital part of our library and keeping us going. I know it's a lot of work, it's not easy, you're always recruiting folks, which is great, and that's good for them.
And make sure everybody here is a member, even if they don't, well, all you guys have to live in Waukegan, so
But we appreciate you guys.
thank you very much.
For all, we do appreciate it. And then kudos, I know the staff left, but really nice to see the refreshed website and how functionality has improved since the last site. And I know that that's a lot of hard work and it takes that dedication, so congratulations to the staff.
Well, there's one more item on the agenda, if that.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Okay, we're adjourned at 7:32.
Fifty years in children.